The Western student movement has long been a powerful force, driving social, political, and cultural change across the globe. From the fervent activism of the 1960s to the digital age of the 21st century, students have been at the forefront of movements advocating for justice, equality, and reform. Join us as we delve into the history, impact, and evolution of the Western student movement. What sparked the Western student movement? The roots of the Western student movement can be traced back to the early 20th century, but it gained widespread momentum during the 1960s. Influenced by civil rights struggles, anti-war sentiment, and movements for social justice, students began to organize protests, sit-ins, and demonstrations on college campuses across the Western world. How did the student movement evolve? Throughout the decades, the Western student movement has evolved in response to shifting societal norms, technological advancements, and global events. From the anti-Vietnam War protests of the 1960s to the anti-apartheid movements of the 1980s, students have continued to mobilize around issues of human rights, environmentalism, LGBTQ+ rights, and more. What were the key milestones of the student movement? Key milestones of the Western student movement include the May 1968 protests in France, which saw millions of students and workers take to the streets in a wave of revolutionary fervor. The civil rights movement in the United States also saw significant involvement from students who organized sit-ins, freedom rides, and voter registration drives. How has technology impacted the student movement? The advent of the internet and social media has revolutionized the way students organize, communicate, and mobilize for change. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have enabled activists to reach wider audiences, coordinate protests, and raise awareness about pressing issues in real time. The Arab Spring, for example, saw tech-savvy youth using social media to organize protests and demand political reform across the Middle East. What are the challenges facing the student movement today? Despite its achievements, the Western student movement continues to face challenges in the 21st century. Rising tuition costs, student debt, campus safety concerns, and mental health issues are among the many issues driving student activism today. Additionally, the rise of far-right extremism and attacks on academic freedom pose significant threats to student-led movements. As we reflect on the history and impact of the Western student movement, we are reminded of the enduring power of young people to effect change. From the streets of Paris to the halls of academia, students have shown time and again that they possess the passion, determination, and vision to shape a better world. Join us in the comments section below and share your thoughts. What role do you think students will play in shaping the future?